بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. May the peace and the blessings of the Lord be with you and surrounding you, my friends. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين يغضون أصواتهم عند رسول الله أولئك الذين امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم. Those who lower their voice or their voices before the Prophet, those are the ones that God has tested their hearts for purity and righteousness. For them there is forgiveness and a great reward. There was a problem, my friends. And it seems that this problem was common. It did not happen once or twice. This problem was consistent and happening frequently in the presence of the Prophet. That some people raised their voice above the voice of the Prophet. They spoke loudly. Sometimes they screamed. And sometimes this manner of raising the voice would be construed as something crude and impolite and improper. Therefore, the Quran is encouraging them and teaching them and giving them direction to the companions of the Prophet, to his community, to those who are around him. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَغُضُّونَ أَصْوَاتَهُمْ عِنْدَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. Those who lower their voices when they are with the Prophet, عند رسول الله, before the Messenger of God, لهم أولئك الذين امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى. Taqwa is not just prayers and fasting, salat and siyam, and going to Hajj pilgrimage. Taqwa, most importantly, is self-control. Taqwa also implies good mannerism, good qualities of ethics, civility, politeness, being thoughtful. These things are considered part of taqwa. Inner purification. Therefore, someone who does pray behind the Prophet and he fasts during the month of Ramadan and he performs jihad and pilgrimage and charity and almsgiving, but he raises his voice above the voice of the Prophet in a manner of disrespect, he's not pious. He's not pious. Because the Quran says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَغُضُّونَ أَصْوَاتَهُمْ, then he says, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ امْتَحَنَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ لِلتَّقْوَى. Those people have passed the test of piety, meaning they are pious. Meaning they are pious. امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى. So if they don't observe, if they do not observe these etiquettes of speaking to the Prophet in a nice way, then they failed in the test of piety. They didn't pass. Ironically, the exegetes of this book, of the Holy Quran, most of them, they say those who raised their voice in one incident were certain companions, and they mention their names. But then later on they come and they say those are the newly arrivals. Those are the new converts, the new members of the community. Only the new members of the community. Those are the Bedouins who came from outside Medina. But this is not true. You yourself admit that some of them, they quarreled and they raised their voice while the Prophet was there. And you mentioned their names. So you cannot just put the blame on the new arrivals. The new arrivals share some of the blame. Also those who were with the Prophet, around the Prophet. Those who were in Medina, those who came with the Prophet from Mecca to Medina, they also share some of the blame. So we cannot single out the new arrivals and leave those who are with the Prophet. We have to be fair. When we account the history or recount the history, we have to be fair and just. And we have to be academic, scientific, fair, and mention the entire story. We should not have bias. إن الذين يغضون أصواتهم عند رسول الله أولئك الذين امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى. Taqwa requires a test, imtihan. You cannot call someone muttaqi, he has piety and righteousness, without going through the test. Or you cannot call someone muttaqi, having righteousness and piety, if he fails the test. Only once he passes the test, he is entitled to be called muttaqi, having piety. Only when he passes the test. This is what this book teaches us. أولئك الذين امتحن الله قلوبهم للتقوى. Those are people who God has tested, whose hearts God has tested for reverence. Theirs shall be forgiveness and a great reward. لهم مغفرة وأجر كريم. Only for those who pass the test. Those who pass the test, they will receive forgiveness from God. If they did something wrong in the past, they still would receive forgiveness from God. وأجر, and great reward. وأجر كبير. وأجر عظيم. And then we move to number 4 in Surat Al Hujurat. إن الذين ينادونك من وراء الحجرات. Truly those who call you from behind the chambers, behind your rooms, behind your apartments. من وراء الحجرات أكثرهم لا يعلمون. Most of them understand not. They say that a group of Bani Tamim, which is a well-known tribe, came to speak with the Prophet from outside Medina. And the Prophet was resting with some of his family members in his private chambers. So they did not wait until the Prophet comes out. They couldn't wait. So they started calling, members of that community started to calling upon the Prophet from behind the chambers, behind the doors. اخرج إلينا يا محمد. يا محمد اخرج إلينا. Oh Muhammad, come out. We want to see you. We want to see you. We want to talk to you. ينادونك من وراء الحجرات أكثرهم لا يعقلون. In a very crude manner, they started calling upon the Prophet with loud voice. Quran came to tell us that this is not the right way of calling the Prophet. This is not proper. First of all, you don't have to scream. Even in your conversation, in your speech with people around you, there is no need to raise your voice unless it is necessary. Sometimes it is necessary to raise the voice so people can hear you. Sometimes you are standing in a place and there is a huge crowd and you want your voice to reach people around you. Then it's okay to raise your voice. But if you are sitting one-on-one with someone and he can hear you very well, there is no need to raise your voice in a crude manner. The Quran says, وَاقْصُدْ فِي مَشْيِكَ. One of the teachings of this book in chapter 31, Surat Luqman, verse 19. وَاقْصُدْ فِي مَشْيِكَ. Be moderate in your pace. When you walk, be moderate. Neither walk fast, very fast, and take a huge leap, big pace, nor be very slow. واقصد, be moderate. واقصد في مشيك. An average walk. واغضض من صوتك, and lower your voice. Lower your voice. If you don't do that, Quran says, أكثرهم لا يعلمون. أكثرهم لا يعلمون, it means that they don't understand. They don't behave well. They are not full human being. This is the meaning. أكثرهم لا يعلمون. They have not reached the stage of maturity and understanding. They lack manners. They lack adab. Though they call themselves Muslims, but they lack the manners of a good quality Muslim. The problem today is that some people are concerned with the number of the Muslims. They want to convert everybody into Islam. So we have a huge crowd. But this is not the right thing to do. The right thing is to have quality Muslims, not a quantity Muslims. Quality Muslims, it means I need someone that I count on him. I need someone who's responsible. I need someone who understands Islam. I need someone who's a plus for Islam, who brings honor and dignity to the community, who strengthens the community. On the contrary, I don't want people who sow division in the community. I don't want huge crowd which is uncivil. A huge crowd of number, they come and they attend and they go and they learn nothing. Quality Islam is important. Quality faith is important. إن يكن منكم 20 صابرون يغلبوا 200. If you have a lesser number among you, among the believers, but with good qualities, good commitment, they carry the sense of responsibility, the sense of devotion, they would overcome a bigger number. 20 people can overcome 200 people because they have a quality. This is what we need today, my friends. This is what we must learn. Quality Muslims is important, not a quantity. Not a quantity. What would 1.5 billion people do to Islam if many of them are irresponsible? Many of them do not adhere to the spirit of this book, to the teachings of this book, to the manners of this book. Many of them do not even adhere to the sunnah of the Prophet, to the etiquette of the Prophet, to the manners of the Prophet. What would they do? They do nothing. They do more harm than good. We need equality Muslims. And equality Muslims are those who implement the book here. They follow the book. They play by the book. They learn the manners of the Prophet and his family and the righteous companions. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ صَبَرُوا حَتَّى تَخْرُجَ إِلَيْهِمْ. Had they been patient, this tribe of Bani Tamim who came and they started yelling at you from behind the chambers that, get out, Muhammad, get out, get out. Is this a manner of speaking to a prophet, messenger of God? You tell him, get out, I need to talk to you. God says, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ صَبَرُوا. Had they been patient until you come out, حَتَّى تَخْرُجَ إِلَيْهِمْ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. You come out to them, it would have been better for them. خَيْرًا لَهُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. And God is forgiving and merciful. They should have waited. They should have waited for you. They did not wait, and they came, they stood behind the doors. You know, the mosque of the Prophet, he built his mosque, and at the corner of the mosque, he built the rooms for his wives. And one of these rooms belonged to Ali and Fatima. Baytu Fatima, Baytu Ali wa Fatima, the house of Imam Ali and Fatima al-Zahra, peace be upon them. At a later time, so the Prophet would leave the rooms directly into the mosque, directly, without having to go outside. But then God asked the Prophet, when the verse of wudu came and ghusl, God asked the Prophet to shut all these gates, abwab azwajih. These gates that lead into the mosque has to be shut, except one gate would remain, إلا باب علي وفاطمة. أغلق الأبواب إلا باب علي وفاطمة. He shut all these gates of his wives, except the gate of Ali and Fatima, which is still open directly into the mosque. So the rest of them, the rest of the family, the wives of the Prophet, rather than coming inside the mosque directly from their rooms, they had to go from the other side, go outside, and then come from the main entrance of the mosque. So they were denied direct access to the mosque from their homes. These gates were shut. And some of them were unhappy about it. And some of them were angry too. They came to the Prophet. They said, why? Why this discrimination? Why you shut the gates of those wives, many rooms, and then you leave that gate open? He said, this is the commands of God. This is not me. This is God's choice. This is not me. I'm following the commands of God. And the gate of Ali and Fatima remained open, and they had direct access to the mosque. So those Bani Tamim, when they came and these gates were closed, so they started shouting from behind these gates. So the Prophet would hear their voice because he was inside. They did not wait. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ صَبَرُوا حَتَّى تَخْرُجَ إِلَيْهِمْ. Had they been patient until you yourself come out, and you will come out, because this is the office of the Prophet, not just a mosque. He would spend most of his time inside the mosque. And had they waited probably 20 minutes more, he would have came to them. حَتَّى تَخْرُجَ إِلَيْهِمْ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. It would have been better for them. وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. But then, whenever the Quran reprimands the companions for their wrongdoings, immediately after that he comes and he says, God is forgiving. Why? Why is this? This is for encouragement, to encourage people, not to put them off. Because they did many wrongdoings. And if God is not forgiving, then they would perish because of their mistakes and wrongdoings and violations. But God here wants to say that yet, with all these wrongdoings, God is forgiving, to give them encouragement, to inspire them to change themselves and correct themselves. لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Therefore, my friends, another lesson here, another takeaway lesson from this verse number 5, لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. Had they been patient, it would have been better. Sometimes we, the people, not just the companions of the Prophet, all of us, me and you too, sometimes we believe the haste, the ajala, the haste in doing something is good. So let me do it now, without giving it the due time, the due process, the due thinking. We start doing things in haste, in ajala, because we are rushing. We are running all the time. Quran says sometimes these things are not good. If you wait a few minutes, probably 1 or 2 hours, it would be better for you. You will find better results, Because not every time you are hasty and you are running fast, it means good. Because you're going to miss many things in the midst of your haste. Because you don't pay attention to certain things. You're going to miss them. You're going to overlook them. And you miss the opportunity. Therefore, take your time. Sometimes we have to take our times. We have to be careful. We have to be patient. Be patient, for patience would never put you down. Always patience is good. Always patience comes with good results and good ending. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ صَبَرُوا حَتَّى تَخْرُجَ إِلَيْهِمْ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. It would have been better for them had they been patient. But then again, وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ. God is oft forgiving and Rahim, merciful. Because God gives us chances to go back to Him. God is not a punishing God. God is not an angry God. God is not someone who wants to take revenge from us. God will give us chances one after the other. God will provide us with opportunities one after the other. So we go back to Him and we correct ourselves and we learn. And we learn. And God Himself is sabur and sabbar. He is patient. He teaches us and inspires us with patience. This is why, my friends, be patient with me, because we have another, I believe, 7 sessions to go on this chapter 49. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.